Stellar in the path to $1. What's up? Today we're going to discuss what it looks like to get to $1. What are some of the hurdles and milestones we're going to reach on the way? And what projects are going to get us to that dollar mark? Now I've got a special guest with me. Yep, I got him up on the screen right now. That is my dog Kenobi. For those of you watching the live stream last night, sorry about that. We had to bail on it real quick. He has not been feeling the best. So we built him a makeshift space down here so that he can hang out with me in comfort in the studio. He's always with me, but now we got a makeshift bed from down there so that he can hang out with us. So Stellar getting to $1, let's do it. For Stellar to get to $1, we have to talk about the obvious price barriers. 25 cents near-term resistance. We've got always 30 cents always seems to be a problem with Stellar. I've got that highlighted in these red boxes. Anything sub 30 cents is red. You can tell Stellar really struggles around that 30 cent mark and can never hold it. Always falls behind. Very, very rarely trades sideways on 30 cents. The big one here in this green line, that is the 42.5 cent resistance mark. That is representative of these two times here. We tried to break through it. We tried to break through it fall, late summer of last year. We couldn't make it. So those are the price barriers. But let's talk about what is going to get us there. So we have to start off with the obvious, and yes, ISO 20022. If you're a token, right, going forward, and you are not ISO 20022 compliant, right? You're not built with that same messaging system, you are going to miss out on all of those international payment opportunities. Think of any coin out there that's not going to be compliant with ISO. Are they going to be able to move money back and forth between banks and other financial institutions? No, because it's the messaging system of ISO is going to say, hey, you need to get on the standard. We need to get all on the standard. That's how we're going to move money. So tokens that decide not to follow that path are not even going to be able to enjoy all of that institutional money. So yes, if we want to make it to $1, ISO 20022 is going to be a big part of it. Now, what else can we talk about? Well, what about Stellar's integration and payment corridors of the Western Hemisphere? These projects are going to propel Stellar even further. Why? Because if the US adoption drags their feet, don't worry. We have the rest of the world that is onboarding with Stellar. Wire to partner with Stellar on Brazil and Argentina fiat currency onboarding. I did an extremely in-depth video right here. You could see the map showing all the partnerships, money transfers, right? Payment rails that have been built with Stellar and other companies in these countries. Look at that. That is the majority of the countries listed in the Western Hemisphere have Stellar payment rails. So we can all agree expansion of these Western Hemisphere payment corridors will be another way that takes us to the dollar. Now, we also have to talk about the elephant in the room. Yes, Ripple. I understand Ripple and Stellar are two different things, but there are plenty of investors out there that are holding away from Stellar. Why? Because of the Ripple lawsuit. So again, to get to that dollar, what do we need to happen? We need this Ripple lawsuit to get out of the way, and more things are looking extremely positive with Ripple in this lawsuit. So resolution with Ripple lawsuit, yep, that is another way that is going to get us to that dollar. Now we got another one. Stellar Development Foundation and Moneygram partner with Techstars to spur innovation on blockchain cross-border payments. Stellar and Moneygram. Yes, the road to $1 is going to have to include progress with Stellar and Moneygram, but we have something awesome about that. And it's in the headline of this article, and we did a standalone video on it, but think about this. Not only is the Stellar and Moneygram partnership strong, but they're now including a third partner to help spur growth and development in that payment corridor. Stellar, Moneygram getting us to $1. Yep, that's going to have to definitely be part of the news. But what else? What about ecosystem? Yep, we're going to have to see continuous growth from Litemint. And we've seen amazing growth so far in that segment of the ecosystem of Stellar. Why? Because NFTs are present in almost every prominent chain out there. The ecosystem has to have something for everyone for it to be sustainable and to weather storms. So Litemint, NFTs, creation of that stuff, not necessarily as essential as the others in getting to that dollar or helping us be part of that dollar march, but an extremely important, underrated segment of the chain. But now we want to get to the dollar. What else are we going to have to see? We're going to hop on Stellar Expert here. We're going to have to see more of these projects, right? These assets that are on the ledger add value to the chain. We're going to have to see these projects evolve and start bringing in more accountability, more success, and more utility for the holders of these tokens. The path to the dollar is going to have more than just these projects here taking the next step. We're going to have to see transactions getting into the 30, 40 million a day mark at least to show actual movement of assets on the chain, right? Something that'll capture the attention of the public out there. You know, I've been looking at the slide. You know what? Let's go big screen. The path to the dollar is going to have to include all of those events and even some additional ones. Let's talk about some SEC regulation. Maybe the Biden executive order could bring some positivity for the crypto markets out there. But all of these factors are going to help Stellar get to a dollar, and I don't think we can get to a dollar without any of those ones listed previously working. Now, I'm going to be traveling here, leaving next week. If you want to follow updates on what I'm doing, I'm going to be posting it on my other channel, which I've got linked right here. And if you want to check out cool Stellar stuff, you're always welcome to check out right here. All right, everyone, take care. A little doggy cam right here. See? There he is, right there, still sleeping on the floor. Poor guy.